AITAH for telling my mom her husband is the reason I don't come home anymore. I 25F have always had a complicated relationship with my mom's husband, Tom, 48M. He came into our lives when I was 14, and while I can't point to one big, dramatic moment to explain why I don't feel comfortable around him, it's been years of small things that added up and chipped away at my relationship with both him and my mom, 45F. Tom wasn't physically abusive. He never screamed or hit, but he made me feel like I was a guest in my own home from the very beginning. The house changed when he moved in, not physically, but emotionally. Suddenly, everything felt like it had to be done his way. The way we ate, the music we played, even what we watched on TV, everything subtly shifted to match his tastes. He was condescending in the way that doesn't always look like abuse from the outside. He'd make fun of the music I liked, the clothes I wore, even the way I talked. He once grounded me for rolling my eyes when I said I liked a movie he didn't. I wasn't even being sarcastic, I just had a different opinion. That was enough to be labeled disrespectful. It was like walking on eggshells constantly. I was a teenager figuring out who I was, and instead of getting support or curiosity, I got mockery and control. What hurt most was how invisible it seemed to my mom. I'd try to tell her that I didn't feel safe or happy at home, and she'd brush it off with things like, "He means well," or "You're just not used to rules." It felt like she chose her new life over seeing what was happening to me, so I stopped trying. I shut down. I kept my head down until I could leave. And I did the second I turned 18, I was gone. I moved out for college and never really came back, except for birthdays or holidays when she asked me to. Even then, I'd only stay for an hour or two. I'd make small talk, endure Tom's subtle digs, still doing that art stuff, huh? I'm a graphic designer now, by the way, and then leave as fast as I could. Every visit left me feeling like I'd time-traveled back to a version of myself I've worked really hard to outgrow. Last weekend, my mom called me crying. She asked why I'd been so distant lately, why I barely came around anymore. And I don't know what changed in me, but I finally told her the truth. I said, because being in that house with him makes me feel like I'm 14 and worthless again. She got really quiet, then she got defensive. She said I was rewriting history and insisted, "He always treated you like his own." I responded as calmly as I could, "No, he didn't, you just didn't see it, or didn't want to." That ended the call pretty quickly. Now she's not talking to me. I found out from my younger sister that she told the rest of the family I attacked her marriage and that I'm being dramatic and ungrateful. She's painting it like I lashed out to hurt her, when really she asked. And I finally gave her an honest answer. So now I'm sitting here wondering. AITAH for telling the truth after all these years. Should I have kept it to myself to protect her feelings? Should I have let her keep pretending everything was okay? I didn't expect a magical resolution. I knew it wouldn't be easy. But I guess part of me hoped she'd at least try to understand, even if it was painful. Instead, I feel like I opened a wound she refuses to look at, and now I'm being punished for bleeding. So was I wrong?